With a high prevalence of cases concerning gender-based violence, the KwaZulu-Natal Department of Social Development, in partnership with the Durban University of Technology, is hosting a 2-day seminar on gender-based violence. Leading researchers and academics from several institutions who are specialists in this area are participating in the colloquium. Men from all walks of life have also been invited to share their views and contribute to finding answers. Let's get more on this colloquium from our colleague Mlondi Radebe in Amanzimtoti, south of Durban.
The KwaZulu-Natal government here in Amanzimtoti today is hosting a colloquium to try and deal with a GBV in KwaZulu-Natal. We understand that most incidents have been reported along the province of KwaZulu-Natal in relation to gender-based violence, and the main issue is also that the men feel that they are left outside from these conferences, but today we do see that also the traditional leaders are trying to be part of this conference. But next to me is the MEC, Umama Mlondi Radebe, who will briefly tell us about the issues around and the main purpose of this conference. Thank you very much for your time. Briefly about today's conference.
Thank you, presenter, and greetings to all listeners that are listening to this two-day curriculum. The purpose of KwaZulu-Natal is to find solution on why do we have so many cases of gender-based violence, and in a manner that they are taking place. It really is alarming and also frightening to see women being chopped and killed and burned at some stage, and then all those kind of incidents that you have seen. But today, the theme of today is we are asking why men are angry. Maybe we may find solution in speaking with men from all walks of life to tell us what is it that the nation is not doing right, that make this anger that is translated to this gender-based violence. We're hoping to come out because we have done a number of things. We have as a department that is leading, which is social development, led by MEC Khoza. We have tried almost everything, the prayers, we have marched, we have signed memorandum with certain institutions, and also with the Taxi Association, in trying to do awareness and also to say to people of KwaZulu-Natal and of our country, let's stop these behaviors of gender-based violence, this violence against women, and they are really killing our nation. We're hoping to come out today and tomorrow with a clear program of saying this is how we intend to cap this scourge of gender-based violence. We're doing it in a month which is very important, which is September, a Heritage Month. I want also to indicate it's not as myself, because I'm representing the chairperson, because the MEC for social development as the chair of the cluster, social cluster, but the premier is also part of the program. The Minister for Social Development, Honorable El Zulu, also is part and is connected with other people who are interested in discussing this matter and bring solution that will be a lasting solution. It's the second day of the Heritage Month. We will also have to get Amakosi telling us, culturally have we behaving this way, and this how men would used to behave, and these men are expected to behave in this. The church leaders will also input on how they see the reason of so anger, of such an anger towards the women by men, and also tell us what is it that we can do in ensuring that we listen, and also we have a safe KwaZulu-Natal and a peaceful KwaZulu-Natal, because where any child or any woman goes in the street without fearing to be raped or to be beaten by a man or anything that happened of this nature, And beyond that, most of the cases are reported to be happening indoors in our household. What is it that is not done correctly in our household that makes this violence to take place in our household? Because noma ungahamba emgaqweni kahle kodwa uthi usufikile ekhaya you are safe, it's where you are not safe. It means you are not safe in the street, you are not safe at work, you are not also safe at home. So with this curriculum, we're trying to say, what is this anger? And what makes this men so angry? And what is it that we can do to stop this anger and to have a peaceful and loving nation that will love each other, because we have fought for freedom of expression, freedom of walking around, freedom of doing what is a right of an individual. But in our days, we find women and young girls, but it has gone even beyond, even to the boys, that they are being violated, their rights of being human beings and be able to express themselves in the manner that they want to.
MEC, we do see that you, in this conference, there's also the Durban University of Technology. What is the purpose? What is the Durban University of Technology bringing to this conference?
As I'm saying, that we are trying to tap into all the institutions, as I indicated earlier on. We had memorandum of understanding with the Taxi Association, all stakeholders that we feel are relevant. We feel that DUT is also important because they can teach our children. They stay with their children the whole days, and they can assist us also with shaping the minds of our people and our children, and also teaching them the manner in which they're supposed to actually to behave. And when we have them as our partners as well, we are certain that they will tell us that reading from the past and also psychologically, what is it that made men so angry, or in other scientific terms that makes men angry, they will then be assisting us. But beyond that, they will have to go back and include it in their curriculum, in encouraging and bringing men who are having high esteem and who love themselves, so that they protect women and protect themselves as well.
Thank you very much, MEC, for your time.
Thank you very much.
There was the MEC briefing us about today's conference, that they are trying to deal with the scourge of violence, gender-based violence in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. But this conference will take 2 days to try and resolve and try to understand why the men, or why there's this gender-based violence in this province. Back to you in studio.